Trustee Good.
Here. We do not have any minutes. On to financial reports. I'll make a motion to pay our expenditures. Do I have a second? Roll call.
Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee Hunnah.
Yes.
Trustee Good.
Yes. And do we have Hannah visiting?
No,
Anybody else?
nope, nobody's online at all.
And are you visitors tonight or do you live in the township?
We are visitors. My name is Tyler Furman. I work for Apex Clean Energy. And all that. Yes.
Yeah, I'm Jessica Walsh, also with Apex Clean Energy, working on the Springwater solar project. I believe at least some of you have probably met a couple of our colleagues in the past. Ben Yasmin was manager of this project, and he is still with our company, but he's taken a different role in a different department. So I'm now the lead on this project as of the last few weeks. So we just wanted to come and introduce ourselves, give you a quick update, and take any questions if you have any.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So you want to come up here, you want to sit there, it's up to you.
Wherever you'd rather us.
if we're okay here, we can stay here.
That's fine.
Okay.
Oh, is for the camera? Yeah.
Oh my dear.
You guys are
There's a camera hiding over here in the corner, so.
yeah, so I'm not sure where things left off last time you spoke with us, but we are working on taking our large area of interest that we've probably shared with you in the past and narrowing that down to a more to realistic project size. We will end up with about 1,000 acres if built to full scale, and that'll be both in Madison County and Fairfield Township, and then it'll end up being a very, very small, probably 100 give or take acres will actually end up here in the grand scheme of things. And as we whittle that project area down, we'll continue to share that with you. We're working now to finish leasing our land in the next few weeks and then move into our studies. We'll do several different studies as part of the state application, but the biggest ones that really affect where we can actually put panels are wetland delineation surveys. We have to avoid wetlands. We'll also do cultural surveys where we do shovel tests and have people walk the grounds and look for any sort of artifacts and stuff like that we might need to avoid. And we'll also do geotechnical surveys, which bore down and test the bedrock and all that. So those are the big ones that really will tell us where we can put panels, and over the next several months, we'll take that data and formulate our layout. Our intention is to submit to the State Power Siting Board in February of next year. If we stay on track, sometimes things take a little longer. But yeah, that's really where we're at. I know there were some concerns from some residents that had homes on Opossum Run Road. So I don't know if this was shared at the last meeting, but there is a tree line there that we'll be paneling only behind the tree line so that it won't be visible from those homes. But other than that, that's really the update I have, and happy to answer any questions.
Were you two at the meeting that we attended in someone's backyard?
I was not. That was before we had joined the project, but I had heard that
now.
it's the same
Okay,
project.
that's where I'm getting confused.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah, my colleague Ben was the one in charge at that time. So he was there. I believe Drew, our other colleague, was there as
Yeah,
well.
so we've had some transition on the team, just with different folks taking different roles, and I know Ben was there. A lot of people think I'm Ben. I'm not. We have the same haircut. That's just the way we share. And then Drew Christensen, our public engagement manager. But one of the changes that Apex has made in the last few months, they brought me on board. And so I'm local here in Franklin County. I'm on the opposite side of the county, out near Blacklick and Reynoldsburg, and have worked in and around Ohio politics and state government for the last almost 15 years. But the idea is, and the reason Apex did this, we do things a little bit differently. So a lot of developers will come into a community, set up shop, kind of whether you like it or not, they're there, and they don't communicate. We have an entire team of dedicated public engagement staff because we want to get to know the community members. We want to know our landowners. We want to know the trustees, the county commissioners. And we want to host events and things to get to know those people and have real conversations to kind of listen. And that was part of the changes that Jess mentioned. over on Possum Run Road. I know there was great concern about that. And so there was work done to make sure that all of the paneling was done behind the tree line, so it wasn't intrusive for those folks.
I think probably the worst thing that happened when that was going on, somebody knocked on their door and offered them money. And they had not heard anything about this.
Really, there were,
There were several people very upset, and to my knowledge, nobody signed it.
there were some issues with prior iterations of the Springwater team. And so some necessary changes were made, and Jess and I have worked together on a couple other projects. We're very committed to making sure people know about what's going on. So all of the steps of the process, being that I'm from Franklin County, to me, it's important because it's home. And I understand that naturally there are some folks who will be opposed to projects like this. And so my goal is to be able to answer questions, be accessible, probably be a fairly regular face at the township meetings. And at the end of the day, even if we disagree on everything, my goal is to be able to leave a room, call you the next day and sit down for coffee to find out where we do have common ground. Just because I want to make sure that we are doing this the right way and building relationships. So issues like that took place around that time, we're going to do our absolute best to make sure those things are avoided from this point on. So.
Do you have cards?
I do. I don't have them in my
I had
phone.
a phone call yesterday from a lady who wanted to speak with someone. I gave him Ben's number.
Oh, that's okay. If they call Ben, he'll just let us know.
Please, if you do hear from them again, pass my information out like candy. That's my.
Still giving you
Thank you.
cell numbers. So let me just write them on these cards and I'll bring you a couple more.
All right.
Yeah, that's my direct cell, always accessible, email address. We do our best to stay in contact and make sure folks know how to find us. So
Thank you. Yeah.
prior to Blacklick Reynoldsburg area, I was in Grove City, right off Carroll Avenue. So it's always good to be down here in the southwest corner. Cool. Well, Jess will hand you hers, and then we'll let you get back to the people's work. And if you have anything you need, feel free to reach out.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you again for coming.
Absolutely. Again, I will probably be a fairly regular face when we have updates and talk or meet outside of this as well.
Feel free to come to any of our meetings. They're second and fourth Tuesday. They're
Okay, I don't
at 7 o'clock.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll move on to department reports. Our sheriff's deputy is not here. There's an event going on in Prairie Township tonight. That's probably where he is. But, do you want me to explain why you're here, or you want to go ahead? Well, I have down here, before I heard from you, I heard from, gentleman on Norton Road complaining about excessive noise Saturday night, the 18th, at least until, if not past 2 a.m. They not only were loud with voices, music, and a speaker and microphone system and shouting. Okay, and he did not call the sheriff's department that night, but he said in the future he will. And he did get online and get our noise resolution. And I just have a little part of our noise resolution that I wanted to read when the deputy was here to ask him why they cannot act on this. It says, no person in the unincorporated territory of Pleasant Township shall make, and no landlord or lawful occupant of land shall permit at any premises to which a D permit has been issued by the Division of Liquor Control or that is zoned for residential use, the making of any noise or sound which by reason of volume, pitch, frequency, intensity, duration, or nature annoys or disturbs the comfort, peace, or health of a person of ordinary sensibilities and not a resident of the property of which the noise or sound is emanates from. The noise or sound must be plainly audible at a distance of 100 feet or more from the property from which the noise emanated. And I'm sure the neighbors next to your property
I heard
heard
it.
it.
Right down there.
But the gunshots all day long near your property,
Mrs. Wilhelm went over there and told him, said it's enough. Shooting all day long. They said they moved out here to express their Second Amendment rights. Sheriff wouldn't let me go back there and see the mountain of dirt. He just said there's a mountain of dirt back there. And I said, evidently he didn't hide enough. He shot my barn 2 times, hit my combine head. Earlier that day, I was unloading hay right behind where they were shooting. And he said it wasn't them. They said that everybody else was around them was shooting. And Campbell was right next to him. And he said it was they was the only ones. And Mrs. Wilhelm said it too.
this was on Harrisburg, Georgesville Road.
Right, 50-30. They just moved in there 2 years ago. And the sheriff didn't want to do nothing about it. He said there's nothing he could do. But he went back there and they admitted to shooting an AR-15 and stuff. Said there's nothing to do. He said you'll have to file a civil suit or whatever. That's $2,500 to recoup $600 damage to my barn. Gave her information. They put a big mound Monday, the day after, Monday morning, is back there piling dirt about 10 foot high.
So the dirt wasn't there when you got the holes
There,
in the bucket?
the sheriff said there was a pile of dirt there, and Miss Wilhelm said it was only about that high. Now it's like 10 foot high. And they took and I got that roll out there and it says the backstop or whatever is supposed to be 100 yards to 300 feet from the neighbor's property. Just right up to the fence road. They say that's a felony in there, that bullets go over on the neighbor's property.
I've been thinking of what we could do. Maybe we could get someone from the sheriff's department, maybe not just township community relations officer, maybe sergeant or somebody could come out.
Somebody needs to do something, because I mean, they said, you know.
But by you coming to the meeting tonight, and then this other gentleman called about the noise on River Road, and on Dawn Drive in Darbydale, it's continuous. The noise that, do you have a noise resolution?
See, they went Monday night, the night after that, they wait till it got dark and they fired off 7 rounds, you know, empty one gun. That was it.
When would that have been?
Monday night, day after I had the sheriff there.
I heard somebody shooting after dark the other night from my house. Do you think I would hear it from my house?
No, because them people was on down, they was down toward the dead end of Harrisburg, Georgia that night shoot. That was this today, Tuesday. That was, I think, Sunday night. Heard that. But they took and that happened a week ago Sunday, that was. Next night, like they was trying to start something, we went back there and they just emptied the gun out. That's it. I tried to explain to them, I said, your property sets up here, mine is down here like this. I said, you know. 2 houses in front of the barn with that. And the deputy sitting there telling me about AR-15. He said, oh yeah, they'll shoot up to a mile and everything. He didn't want to do that. He just wrote a report. He said, you just have to call and get a report. File a civil suit.
I have Deputy Hamilton on.
Has he heard any of this conversation?
He's unmuted and you can talk to him.
Just heard a little bit of it, something about shooting and at night, intermittent. So, what's going on now? I know something about noise ordinance. I've heard some of that. So,
We have a gentleman here that, the neighbors to his farm property on Harrisburg, Georgesville,
okay,
were shooting pretty
Okay.
much all day long.
okay,
They shot his barn twice, and you could tell they had been shooting in the cornfield.
Yeah, I went back there. I'm like, they said another,
Okay.
the other side, you can see where it went to the side of the corn. Right behind.
and was a patrol officer called out, or did you guys? What had happened?
Yeah, I called the sheriff and
Okay,
got his car in the truck with a case number on it.
okay.
Said there's nothing he can do. I need to file a civil suit.
I thought, did he do a report at all, or
He got
no?
a report.
Okay,
That's all there was done to it about it.
right. And then what happens from there? You take that down to the prosecutor's office. You talk to them, and they can change that to a criminal, like vandalism or one of those. But that would be up to the prosecutor's office.
Yeah,
I'm aware
he
of.
told me I had to file a civil suit. And I went to a lawyer. They said that's $2,500 for a $600 worth of damage.
Right. Well, my best advice I can is just I'll look into the report, and then I can go from there. Get your, try to get your information, get back a hold of you. I think one of the trustees may have my information they can give you, and then go from there. But I would call the prosecutor's office tomorrow, tell them what went on, and see what they can do for you. They might have a different line, a way to go about it. And if they can turn it over to criminal, then the judge can order restitution. But that would be up to the prosecutor's office.
Why is it not up to your department?
Because the report's already been filed, so I can't change that. That would be, like I said, I had to look into the report. And I'm not going to armchair quarter, or not going to, what another deputy should have done or shouldn't have done, things like that. But I mean, I can look into the report and get back with everybody on that incident. But
Are you aware
it's
that,
already in, huh?
are you aware that there's bullet holes in the gentleman's barn and in his farm machinery?
Right, that's what I heard, the barn and the farm machinery. That's why I said I don't know why the officer that was out there didn't do I don't know what. Hold on, let me see if I got the paperwork here.
I took it to the house and checked
What
it.
night was it, sir? Do we know a date on it?
Sunday. What was the weekend? Yesterday, Sunday.
The 19th.
19th.
Was it last Sunday or this past Sunday?
It was a Sunday before.
Let's see.
I called him and he showed up like an hour and a half later. He goes, well, you need to call when they're shooting. I said, they was. I said,
Right.
an hour and a half later, I mean.
Was it the 17th or the 8th? Well,
It was
it
the
wasn't
19th.
on. The 19th?
Yeah, on Sunday.
All the shots fired were, latest I have is the 18th. She should have pulled the 19th. Yeah, we got the 19th in here.
Sunday.
Sorry, I'm looking through these sheets here. It wasn't under the shots fired call, so it must have got called in as something else. Well, I'm sure we got called in as a vandalism. Let's see. I don't remember seeing any vandalism there.
Yeah.
I got it for-
He has the report number.
Yeah, that would help. I don't have my computer in front of me. Go ahead and give me the report number. That'll be easy for me to look into it tomorrow, and then somehow get your information. and then we can go from there.
I can,
You can, if you call me, I can get his information.
Okay, is your number on the website, correct?
I can give it to you right now.
Okay, that works.
614
Okay,
620 370
37 what?
30.
3730. Okay, yeah, I'll give you a call here. I can give you a call after the meeting. We have it then. Is that okay? Or
Yes.
okay, but yeah, I don't know why the officer, but since he at least did a report, so that gets you at least to the prosecutors where they can change it. As far as us changing the report, that would be, well, you could also call the detective bureau. Um, their
Yeah,
number is 3350 or 51. One second.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect you to change the report.
Right.
It's,
Yeah, 3351. If you dial 614-525-3351, you could ask who's handling your case, and give that. You should be able to talk to a detective. And like I said, I'll do some digging on my end, see if it's been assigned to a detective, or still might be on the supervisor's desk, depending on what the stage of the report's at.
do you want the report number?
Yeah, if you can please.
You ready?
Yep.
21-6075.
Okay.
It was
Thank you.
1977.
But yeah, I'll get his
Yes.
information and try to talk to the people that were doing the shooting too, since they don't have a good backstop, obviously.
Well, they've added to the backstop
Since it
since that happened, but
Okay.
it's still not located in the proper area from what Brian has read and what I've looked into too.
I got it.
Okay. I haven't looked into the shooting thing yet. This is my first one, so bear with me. I didn't realize I didn't have a proper backstop. Do you guys have something too on the books for shooting, or just you always go off the higher revised code?
Higher revised code.
Okay. Want to make sure it wasn't a township ordinance I wasn't aware. I didn't know about.
No, but like that, if they're shooting all day,
Right. I mean, if
Why-
they have we'll take out that they didn't have a proper backstop. If they had a proper backstop, they could, if it's not in an incorporated zone, so if it's not in the city, in the county, they're allowed to shoot all day, unless there's something on the books that I'm not aware of.
and we have a noise resolution, and I run into this at Darbydale all the time on Dawn Drive. The kid would shoot right in the middle of Darbydale. I was there one day when the deputy was there, and he said, there's nothing you can do. Well, the neighbors were all complaining about the noise of that bang, bang, bang. Not only the danger of it, but we have a noise resolution, but it seems like none of the deputies ever use it.
Right. Is it? I know with Prairie and some of the others, they've made it to where we can enforce it. Was that so with Pleasance?
Yes, ours is
Okay.
identical to Prairie's.
Okay.
The same attorney wrote it, and we copied it from Prairie.
Okay. Cool. That's easy then, because I got that. I know it's probably 100 yards from 100 yards or more, greater.
It is 100 feet.
Feet? Okay, 100 feet. I'll say yards.
Not
Feet.
shooting the noise. Noise
Mhm.
or sound must be plainly audible at least 100 feet or more
Right.
from the property.
Right. What we usually do is in Prairie, at least they go to we take our lasers and we'll just measure from the house,
Okay,
100 feet and go that route, when, yeah, let me make the guys aware that there's a noise ordinance, and I'll go out and actually I'll try to get a copy of it from one of you guys, and then I'll make copies and I'll actually give it to the resident. That's what we've been doing in Prairie, like with the rodeo, and a couple other places that they've been turning their houses into party houses. We've been serving them with the actual ordinance and said, hey, here, read this. Next time you get a written citation, so.
Right, and if anybody says anything to you, it's my understanding townships can't have ordinances, but we have resolutions.
Resolutions? Okay.
Yeah, so we have a resolution.
Okay. Sorry.
So if we could just get something in the works for that, and
Yeah.
and if you call me later, I will give you Brian's information.
Yeah,
So
I will, Nick.
call.
Yep.
All right.
You guys have anything else?
Else, Brian?
No, I'll just call again when they start.
Yeah, please call every time they do, because that way at least we'll have that'll all be documented by dispatch. I can't, response time, I can't promise anything because, it's been a little hectic lately. I know we have 5 officers that were on third shift or out right now with COVID, so that kind of put the damper on that.
And I know that I hold all of you in very high regard. I know you're overworked and understaffed. I know all of this. And Deputy Carter would tell people to call whenever this is going on. And for instance, in Darbydale, it kind of those people were calling every day because there was something going on every day with this guy. And it appeared, and I was over there a couple times, and it did appear that he was friends with the deputies and they would get short with the people that called. So that just caused the tension to raise.
Right, I agree. Yeah, they should stay neutral. We try to stay I try to stay neutral. I can't talk for everybody else.
I was there one night and I witnessed that happening myself. But, well, at least we're making some progress here, and hopefully we can continue and get things resolved.
Yep. What time do you want me to call you, Nancy?
We'll probably be 8:15, 8:30 ought to be good.
Okay, I'll call you around then.
If I don't answer, we're still in a meeting.
Okay. All right, I'll leave you my I'll leave my personal cell on that number then, if you don't answer.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Have a blessed one.
Thanks, you too.
Bye.
I'll get the number from you for the prosecutor. Was he gonna get it for you or?
How about if I email one of the assistant prosecutors and ask her who you should talk to and how they should go about it?
You got my email, right?
I don't have your email, but I'll call you.
Okay. All righty then.
All right.
All right, thanks a
Thanks
lot.
for coming. Thank you. We will move on to the road department.
I received an email from Franklin County Public Health about update that extending the mosquito contract. You had a couple of you.
I had a chance to look at it. When do they have to have it signed by?
I can't remember.
It's an extension of the previous one, just with the.
Just a pricing
Yeah.
half percent.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
I
well,
guess I did.
half or 1.5%,
1.5.
2-year period. 2.
I will make first. Do you have our next resolution number being 54?
I have to go back through, yeah,
I have it as 54, so if we have to change them, we'll change them.
okay.
But I will make resolution 54 to accept the mosquito contract with Franklin County Public Health for 2022 with a 1.5% increase for a total cost of $9,131.63 per year. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Roll call?
Trustee Sheets,
Yes.
trustee Hunter,
Yes.
trustee Good.
Public health or the-
I think we contract with public health and they contract with you.
An update on Thornhill Court. Originally that project, asked the county engineers to, if they could get together somebody to directional bore under the road. And they kind of found out that wouldn't be very cost effective for this project, so they asked me if I would have a problem with doing an open cut trench where we had the road closure for a day, maybe two. Well, I started taking the elevations to do the job and realized the height of the road where we would be digging at the road, we would be 7 foot deep. And the township does not have the manpower, the safety equipment to do that. So the county is coming up with an estimate for doing that. Hopefully they're pretty quick about it because I want to get that project moving. But they will, I can update you guys on it, but it's pretty much my only option because, but depending on the price, can I have permission to proceed with it? Or would you like to?
We ought to know the price
Okay.
first.
Okay.
And then, the part that's 7 feet, I understand you can't do that without the trench box and that sort of thing. But is there part of that that you can do?
Yeah,
Tell me what
that,
you might have
that
to
is
do.
what the county is going to do. They're just coming under the road. And then the rest of the lateral, we're going to run ourselves. It's just, I don't want to jeopardize the safety of our guys doing everything weird like that, but, I'll get with you when I
That's only good for
go
me
back
before
from,
we have a long time.
on Johnson Road, where we had been working on that Thomas tile. There were there was one crossover that was pretty close to the road, so we stretched that out and did, and they got less of a safety hazard there, because it's something we've been wanting to do for years, and we're finally got to it. The other day, we had some significant winds coming through. We had to do a little cleanup on that tree wise. There's another tree that fell in Chenoweth Cemetery from that, and we've got to wait for it to dry up some to get equipment material clean. And then the last thing I have, it wasn't on my original thing, but Mr. Sheets gave me a contact number for somebody about getting a new roof on the road department building. The last rain we had drywall fall from the ceiling where it didn't leak it. So one estimate I got from Morgan Buildings was 31,537. Even Thornton Construction Services, the one I just got today, is 14,008. I'd like to see if we can get that approved.
Thornton and Thornton. Okay.
Thornton and Thornton.
Thornton.
Morton.
Oh,
Thornton is the one you want,
Thornton is the one.
is the one you
Yeah.
request.
He's 14,800, and Actually, he's doing a little bit more work than the other company where the roof is offset. He's going to redo that along there, so he can put flashing there. So
Be able to get you on the schedule quick enough.
hopefully,
Okay.
May I make resolution 55 to authorize Robert to hire Thornton, the roofing,
construction.
Thornton Construction Services to do the roof on the road department building at a cost of $14,800. Do I have a second?
So,
Roll call.
Trustee Sheets.
yes,
Trustee Hunter.
Yes.
Trustee Good.
And are you ready for the cleanup?
I need dumpsters.
I hope you have them coming.
I have them to you,
you got my power.
I'll be waiting for them Thursday.
And we would like to remind everybody of the township cleanup, fall cleanup, this Friday and Saturday.
Will Greg be back?
I am not sure. I would say very.
Anything else?
unfinished.
Okay, we'll move on to the fire chief.
Evening. So far for September, we've had 111 runs. Today we replaced one of the DEF pieces in the engine. Had a known defect in it. Aaron was able to secure the part and he installed it himself. Everything was done under warranty, so we were only down for about an hour or so while he ran up to Cummins and retrieved the part and got it. So we've had 2 vendors in with extrication tools ahead of our grant purchase. That's why you see all these vehicles that are in various stages of disrepair and cut up outside. So they're demoing various extrication tools. We do have 3 more vendors scheduled for the next couple of weeks. So there'll be some more cars. We got the 2 out there now. We'll be cutting those up here in the next few days. And then so I would like to thank Iowa for providing these vehicles for us. It's very helpful. We're trying to figure out which extrication tools we really want to go with. So we've ordered some equipment for the UTV lights and tires and such. We'll be getting that installed. Aaron's able to handle all that in-house. So we'll be taking care of that here, and then we'll begin training on the unit. I did get it put on the insurance this meeting, so it is covered on insurance now. So Southwest Fire Academy students will be here tomorrow and Thursday, just for your general information. We had a wild weekend of training. On Friday, we participated in live fire training up in Prairie, which was always good to get some live fire training in with the guys. So that's thank Prairie for the invite to that. And then Saturday and Sunday, we were at Idols. Atlantic Emergency Solutions had a Spec Rescue International in to do a heavy rescue, stabilization, extrication training on big vehicles, buses, trucks, cars, all kinds of different things, all kinds of different scenarios of lifting and moving objects and stabilization and things like that. So stuff we don't normally get to do on our own. That class was free of charge to anybody that attended it. We were able to send our duty for both days and we were able to stay available at Idols. So that was awesome. I presented a letter to the board, to the commissioners, for you guys to review and sign this evening. So you guys have that. I have 2 requests this evening. The first will be a resolution to hire Tyler Burleson as a full-time firefighter paramedic at the step 1 rate in the current collective bargaining agreement effective October 6, 2021 at 0800 hours. Tyler will be assigned to Reed.
I will make resolution number 56 to hire Tyler Burleson as full-time firefighter paramedic at the step 1 rate in the current collective bargaining agreement effective October the 6th, 2021 at $800. Tyler will be assigned to second.
I'll second.
Roll call?
Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee Hunter.
Yes.
Trustee Good.
And the second request this evening. Sorry, the second request this evening, I would ask the board for resolution authorizing the expenditure $12,901.75 to All American Fire Equipment for the frame repair on the tanker. I've been looking for quotes for several weeks, if not longer than that. I've talked to 4 different vendors. I've only gotten 2 back. There would be one from Atlantic Emergency Solutions, which was $17,000, and this one. The other 2 vendors, I've talked to multiple times and I've gotten no response from them. So that's the wish to. So I would ask for the resolution for the expenditure $12,901.75 of All American Fire Equipment.
And put that figure not to exceed that and try to work. So
I mean,
I'm willing to call
I mean, if you want to talk to them, Ed, yeah.
I'm just saying I can do it.
Yeah, I think that's I mean, considering what we got from Atlantic, I think that's a pretty fair price. In my opinion, but if you want to talk to Wayne, his contact information. I'll see if we can.
Do it not to exceed.
Yeah, that was his quoted price. So.
I'll make resolution 57 not to exceed $12,901.75 to All American Fire Equipment for the frame repair of tanker 231. Do I have a second?
Second that.
Roll call?
Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee Hunter.
Yes.
Trustee Good.
Yes.
Unless you have anything for me, that's what I have for this evening.
Have you had a chance to read the letter that?
I did.
Is it good with you?
It is.
Then I would like to make resolution 58 that we send this letter to the county commissioners regarding the recent towing contract that was enacted. And to have one towing contractor, and that one does not involve one of our township residents. Businesses. Do I have a second?
Second that.
Roll call?
Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee Hunter.
Yes,
Trustee Good.
it was an excellent letter.
Thank you.
Actually, it was more than excellent. It was very good.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You covered everything.
I tried to.
You did.
Thank you. Other than my grammar, which you caught. So.
It's easy when you're not.
Right. Well, I read what I want it to say, not what it says.
Okay, anything else for the two?
Do you have that fixed that we can sign that tonight?
Yeah, Nancy's got a clean copy of it in front of her. We can sign that. We'll make copies of it. I'll make sure that Paula gets one, and then I'll get it in the mail tomorrow.
Do you have any old business? Don't have any. Do you have any old business? New business, I will. What am I
Came out black.
You're right, it is. I'm just assuming I have a blue pen. Thanks. I will make resolution 59 to accept the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call?
Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee Hunter.
Yes.
Trustee Good.
Yes. Thank you, Paula, for sending me a picture of that.
No, that's okay.
Made it very easy to write down in the notes. Any announcements? Again, we'd like to remind everybody about the fall cleanup. That will be this Friday and Saturday. And also, did you see Franklin County Engineers will be hosting its annual meeting for Township and county authorities on Thursday, November 18th, live and in person at the Boathouse. If you didn't see it, then they must not have emailed it to you. I'll
Yeah,
forward it to you.
I didn't see it.
Have you seen it?
I haven't looked.
I'll forward it to both of you just in case. Okay, we'll move on. Any other announcements? Paula?
Okay, I'd like a resolution to transfer, $10,000 over to that medical reimbursement checking account.
I'll make resolution 60 to transfer $10,000 to the medical account from general fund,
Well, it's just from the regular checking account.
from the regular checking account. Do I have a second?
I'll start with that.
Roll call?
Trustee Sheets,
Yes.
trustee Hunter,
Yes.
trustee.
Yes.
Okay, Nancy, I laid in front of you, included in the checks tonight is the premium for our insurance renewal. And then that top, the thicker packet, right, there's just a check off sheet there on top that needs, just confirming that for our renewal, that everything that we turned in is covered under our insurance and that, was kind of, you're acknowledging that whatever they submitted for our renewal is correct. So, I had sent copies to the department heads. I haven't heard anything back, so I'm just assuming everything's good.
So anniversary information acknowledgement. The undersigned representative of Pleasant Township, Franklin County acknowledges reviewed the information provided on all Ohio Township Association Risk Management Authority applications and all applicable supplemental applications. Has that all been reviewed?
I mean, I don't think there was really any changes to it that what you guys were given beforehand. So,
No, the only change I added the UTV code.
So,
That via email, so it's been added. Email confirmation.
Reviewed all applicable property and vehicle schedules. Have we done that? Road department, have you done that?
Sorry, I was reading.
Have you reviewed all applicable property and vehicle schedules?
Yeah.
Are you going to do it?
I will.
Shall we wait or trust that you get that done?
Just trust that I'll get it
All right. Okay. We confirm to the best of our knowledge that all information provided is complete and accurate. Chief?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Reviewed the optional coverages offered by the Ohio Township Association Risk Management Authority for increased limits. After consideration of the coverages offered and the contribution for same, Pleasant Township, Franklin County has elected to waive. Is this an option thing? Is what I'm
Yeah,
looking at.
whether you want to waive all the additional stuff or you want to. add
Do
more.
we want to waive all of those?
we historically have, I mean, I think they're pretty good about putting whatever the values are, replacements or
Okay, I'm
whatever.
not issue.
Okay.
Waiving
And we are
it.
going to choose to waive any and all coverages and any applicable contribution charges. Pleasant Township, Franklin County understates that to add increased limits coverage in the future It will be subject to Ohio Township Association Risk Management Authority's approval and underwriting guidelines at the time of the request, and that such request must be made in writing. In addition, Pleasant Township, Franklin County will not hold the Ohio Township Association Risk Management Authority responsible for the decision to waive optional coverages. That's what we choose. We'll execute it on this day. September. 2021. You sign this, Paula?
I can, or you can, doesn't matter.
You'll be sending it in.
Yes, yeah, the check is in tonight's.
Okay.
So. Okay, just have some mail. We received notice that, AT&T has, transferred its Ohio State franchise, rights to DirecTV for cable TV. We received a notice, on current injured worker, received several notices on different hearings for a previous, employee from worker comp, sorry. I had forwarded to you guys and the department heads, where that Sedgwick, or worker compensation required safety training. Just a reminder that we have a 2-hour Ohio Bureau worker comp safety training requirement to participate in the 2021 Ohio Workers' Compensation Group project.
Is that the one you're going to do?
Yes.
I started on it and I was having trouble, so he's gonna help me on rainy days.
Just received a copy of the Pleasant Prairie Solar Energy, I don't know, I guess a hearing in front of the Ohio Power Setting Board. Received, a copy of, it was, the county treasurers had filed, against some, parcels within Pleasant Township for vacant land. Mosquito contract we already did. Let's see. This received from, Morpsey, quite a few, just different emails and things, participation, the ongoing Link US initiative. Different meeting notices from, zoning tech review committee, the rural zoning committee and the county commissioners. Some of those are older. Again, quite a few, emails from Morpsey, just kind of more informational. Last chance to register for the virtual energy aggregation workshop, the regional source newsletter. They're having a keynote announced for opening of the session of the 2021 Summit on Sustainability. Couple emails from the state auditor's office. They did a survey for the 2022 local government officials conference and just newsletter on competition matters. Emergency management. Again, some of these are a little older. Warning siren test was canceled. It was previously scheduled. National Preparedness Month begins September 1st. Ohio Business Gateway newsletter. Couple newsletters from DeFord. Couple information from the Ohio Township Association, legislative alerts, and a 2021 one-day workshops information. Retirement, several newsletters, just informational type stuff. DRS, last chance to enroll on voluntary insurance benefits. Email from Swaco on zoning application for Green Economy Business Park. Couple just informational like newsletters from Soil and Water And a couple updates on, contact people at Burma Flowers, the State Township newsletter, Charma newsletter, and the State Township Association magazine. So everything I have.
One from the prosecutor's office. What property was that?
It has parcel numbers, and it says address 0 London Street, Grove City, Ohio. And they send it to notifications as defendants. There's a whole bunch of people listed. 3 pages listed, but a lot of them are different addresses and stuff. Let's see. Pretty much it has it listed by parcel numbers, so I'm not quite sure. I'm looking for an actual address.
I could just look at it later.
Okay, yeah.
Anything else? Does anybody have anything? Is there anybody online?
No, ma'am.
I would like to move to go into executive session according to the Ohio Revised Code, section 121.22G1 and 5, for the purpose of discussing employee compensation and C. Second. Roll call.
Trustee Sheets. Trustee Hunter.
Yes.
Trustee Good.
Yes.
And good.
Under the Ohio Revised Code, section 121.22G, I move to come out of executive session. Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call. Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee Hunter, yes. Trustee Good.
Yes. Oh, I'll make resolution 61 to do a 50-cent per hour pay increase for the part-time firefighters effective the first pay in October.
I'll second that.
Roll call. Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee Hunter, yes. Trustee Good.
Yes.
Is there anything else?
I have nothing.
Nope, me neither.
I will move to adjourn. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Roll call. Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee Hunter, yes. Trustee Good.
Yes.
Meeting adjourned at 8:35.